You know what that means.
Oh yeah.
What was that?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
I wish I had like a robust, deep voice.
Same.
Me too, honestly.
Shut up.
Shut up.
No, man. Living in a house with my father, you have no.
That is true. After hearing his voice last week, I
True.
was
I
like, what?
am very jealous of your dad.
Yep.
Why?
Because he has the radio voice.
If I could steal anybody's
He
voice, it
does.
would definitely be his.
He does.
All right, so since we're all here, it's time to roll. Who's gonna do the recap?
What do I need to do? Just roll.
That's something that we do. So it looks like it's gonna
Oh.
be Caleb this time.
All right. So,
I like how it designated I like how the designated recapper kind of went from me to Caleb.
Yeah, he's gotten it a few times in a row now.
I haven't noticed. Let's just say that I've been told repeatedly that we're gonna get more workers when the school lets out. Let's just say if that does not happen, I'm going to strangle someone. Working sun up to sundown is not good for you.
Sounds like more part-timers that don't know what they're doing.
No, usually it's part timers who quit because either the hours they don't like the hours, or yeah, they just usually don't like the hours, or they can't handle it. Moving on though, back to something far more important matters. So
Oh yeah,
Nothing's more important.
vastly more important.
trust me, that actually is. I'm saying that unsarcastically. But when we started, we were on a ship. I forgot what it was called. I'm not gonna bother trying to remember. We were on a.
It was the SS Essex County.
Exit. Yeah, I was like, it's just a weird tongue twister.
It is a weird tongue twister.
Yeah.
But point is, when the ship it crashed and ran above some rocks because the lighthouse was now on, and then we hopped in a life raft and we started moving towards the lighthouse, and we ran into another ship that had already crashed. We couldn't see the name. We just knew that it was made of metal.
Mm-hmm.
And no other ships had gone missing, or at least been noted. Did I mute it? I did. And then we landed, and then we made it into the main house, and we saw a whole lot of freaky shit, or at least, I'm trying to remember Bradley's character, Martin, and
Alistair.
Alistair. They saw some pretty messed up shit. Like some two beady eyes, all because of a painting. And I saw a painting that said, "Hey, bro, you should probably check this place out next chance you get." And we were going to after we at least got the lighthouse up and running, because help's still going to take a while to get here, so we might as well go ahead and at least get that started, and then we'll go investigate. Because if we start investigating and we disturb something, help ain't going to get here quick enough. And so we started going through. We discovered signs of a struggle throughout the main lighthouse, and then we started climbing the stairs, and then we found the radio room. It's all busted. We found out that the lighthouse was broken. Then I don't remember the names of the two people who were staying here, but they were gonna try and fix it. All I know is one of them was a fence. One of them was actually, it was never revealed to my character who the other character was, so I'm gonna just say it like that. Even though, mainly because for story purposes, it was an FBI informant. And we noticed that Mr. Fence was collecting a whole lot of rare coins that he was going to probably sell to a museum. And that is why Bradley's character is here. And then we saw a bunch of dead people on top. 2 of them were the local residents, and the other 2 were. The other 2 was a fish creature and a fish man.
So I believe that there was only one dead normal human in the lantern room, and that was Cassidy, the fence you're talking about, the lighthouse keeper.
Oh, no, I guess the other guy's MIA.
Yeah, so there
Yeah.
are 3 wikis, and you've only found one of them. What are their names? Cassidy was
that's
one. I think Turner was another one. And then Smith. I think those are the
Yeah.
names. Yeah, so you found the body of Cassidy, and then there are 2 fish creatures, and then there's one fishy-looking man. So there are 4 bodies up there. Only one of them is a normal human.
But yes, with my marine biology skills, I was able to determine that the fishy creatures, while they're extremely tough, they do have some squishy bits, and that's how they were killed. And they have barbs that secrete venom. And once we all had a plan, I started descending down to the radio room to at least radio for help, because we got the radio back up and running. Because Jim's Alistair and Martin's character were gonna help, or we're gonna try and fix the lighthouse. It wasn't gonna be like brand spanking new, but it would have been better than absolutely nothing. Because they had, I ate my dinner a little too fast.
Just don't do that.
But the point is, Alistair has good technical skills, and Martin has semi-good technical skills. I have no technical skills, so I went down to start radioing for help, and then as soon as I was descending down the stairs, I saw 2 little fishy creatures staring at me saying, "What's up, bro?" And then we called.
All right.
Oh.
Good.
Is that satisfactory?
Mm-hmm. It is. I think that's all the important bits. So Martin, you were descending down into the lantern room when you saw a pair of yellow glowing eyes, and this creature, who you assume it to be the same creature you saw upstairs in the lantern room, made a guttural noise. What was your reaction?
I know. I actually remember, because right before you called it, I just said, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
Nunny.
All right. So first thing, I need you to roll sanity.
I know how to do it. I just need to pull my character sheet.
You just press sanity.
Yeah, like I said, I remember how to do it. I'm just trying to pull it up. There we go. Wow, I'm starting losing my damn mind.
Yoinks.
All right.
Just go ahead and tell me. Then you can tell me the effects while I type it in.
I'm just double checking. So I guess 1d4.
Ooh.
Well, you rolled lower, so we can take your roll, and you rolled first. So you only lose 3 points of sanity, and so far there are no negative side effects. Martin does have some temporary insanity. He lost 5 sanity points at once. Something that happened near the end of the last session. Do you remember that, Bradley?
Yeah, one more time.
Your character is suffering from some temporary insanity.
Yeah. I've got a lot of paranoia issues.
Exactly. You're convinced that everyone knows about your criminal past and turn you in. You also dropped your revolver when you had that sudden onset of insanity.
Oh,
I thought
I
I
don't
just dropped his
Okay.
knife.
Yeah, I gave him the gun after that, I think.
Oh, did you? Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Everything is just a soup of memory.
It's true.
Hey, so it is time to get a turn order started. Because it's time for combat, boys.
Bum,
Uh-oh.
bum, bum, ba-da, ba-da, ba, 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 ba-da, ba, 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 ba.
All right. George's token of. Fortunately,
Nice.
the um, well, the radio room is like the one room in the entire facility that does not have an actual plan for it. So we're just gonna have to go with it without specific details. Fine.
Works for me.
Is the old-fashioned way. All right, so go to your character sheet and hit the turn tracker. You don't roll for initiative in Call of
Where is turn
Cthulhu.
Right.
tracker?
It's just based on your dexterity, right?
Yes.
And I
There
already
it
clicked
is.
on my token.
Turn
Like, what do I
tracker.
click on?
Yeah, 1 second.
Combat?
Yeah, take your time, bro.
Yeah, it should be under combat.
Oh, there it is.
Oh. Turn tracker.
Yeah, so you have to
Oh, hang
put your
on.
token down first.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean,
The-
it's gonna be the same. There's no rolling or anything.
There we go.
How do I put my token down?
Just click and drag.
Go to.
Yeah, just go to the your character sheet and click and drag your name. Is that a horn?
I'm trying to figure out how to distinguish my token from everybody else's. Well, I can click on it. I can't click on anyone else's. That makes sense.
I'm so confused.
Okay, so go
No.
to the on the right side of the screen. You've
Yeah.
got chat, and then you've got next to it,
The
and then you've got the
newspaper
one with the
thing.
newspaper. That's the journal. Go
Yeah.
down to Alistair Ramsey. Click on your
Yeah.
name and drag it to the map.
Where's the fucking ham sauce?
Oh, I see 3. Okay,
Oh,
Up
there we
your
go.
there's
ass.
one. It's just confusing that they're all the same.
It's
Oh,
true.
it was
and
like
it doesn't
these
help
block-
that Bradley and Jim have the same turn tracker.
All of them have the same.
Wait, do we?
No. I mean, you two do, but like not everyone has the same turn tracker, Ben.
Oh yeah, we both have 75. Heck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you have different initiatives, but I'm talking about the icon are the same.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to see if I can do something.
Yeah.
The red
That'll
dot.
be a tiny bit confusing.
Red dot
The only
is
character has a
George.
name.
Blue dot. Alistair. We're still up here. Top. And green dot is Martin.
Pog.
Alright, so Alistair, you still need to do.
Did it not work?
No. Click on your token and then do it.
He doesn't know his token.
His
And he
token's the
should be
blue
able
one.
to- Oh, okay.
I don't know. I was supposed to click on it.
Oh, there we go.
Well,
It worked.
now you do.
Hey.
Alright, so Martin and Alistair have the same dexterity. Which one of you has the highest combat score? because that will determine who goes first.
You said combat score?
Yeah.
Find out.
Is that going to be under combat?
It doesn't seem to be, unless I'm missing it.
It does not.
Let me take a look at your. What's the strength for?
I have a 65.
I have 85.
All right, so we're just gonna
And
go.
Quantico, man.
great.
All right. So the youngling creature is going to go first, and it
I go
is.
fast.
Yes, you do.
I'm a lover, not a fighter. Literally. I have high charisma, high education, high intelligence, high appearance. Well, my combat stats are absolute shit.
All right, the youngling is going to crouch down on all fours and open its hideous mouth filled with sharp teeth. And you're going to hear a wet noise as it attempts to hit you with one of those needles found in Britain.
Oh.
And it fails.
And I
Right.
can't call for help yet until my turn.
No, yeah, I mean you can. I think that's a non-combat action. I think you can call for help.
Alright, I'm just gonna scream at the top of my lungs. Help! There's one down here! Help!
Nani.
All right. So the youngling just fails horribly. the needle goes askew and embeds into the wall behind you, Martin.
George, and I'm just like, oh great, now I need to change my underwear.
Is there such a thing as a critical failure in this game?
Yes.
It depends on what you're doing. If you're using a weapon, it will have a malfunction. If you're using a firearm, it'll have a malfunction score, and if you roll that score or above, it will essentially break the weapon. But for normal skills, I don't think critical failure exists.
Okay, cool.
All right, George, it is your turn.
It is?
Wait, why is it?
Why is it?
The turn order seems really out of order.
Wait a minute.
It is. It didn't go in
Sorry?
order.
Alistair, it is your turn.
Aha.
All right. I'm assuming I hear him.
It
And
didn't
so-
go far.
Yeah. I guess I'll run down the stairs. I don't know what that kind of like movement action and all that
Mm-hmm.
will take.
Yeah, so in Call of Cthulhu, a combat round is long enough for everybody to perform like one major action. So that's really up to my interpretation. You can run down the stairs and still attack.
Okay. I'll be like, Jesus Christ, this thing looks ugly. And
Can
Uh,
I tell what or Alistair where to aim since I got a nat 20 more or less critical success on the examination and tell him where to aim since I know exactly where the fleshy bits are.
Yeah, you can do it in a character. The fleshy bits are the stomach and the eyes.
Alright, I'm just gonna tell him to like, Alistair, they're weak in the eyes and the stomach. Don't aim for anything else. It's gonna be a waste of ammo.
got it.
Okay.
Let's see how my training goes. All right, and then I'm gonna hold up my pistol, take aim, and fire. Oh,
Oof. Wait a minute. It says 0.
yeah. What
Hero.
happened?
What did you press?
Should he have rolled
Press my
firearms?
38 revolver.
Oh, there's a handgun skill. You might want that instead.
Let me see. Let me check out your
But
character sheet.
still,
Hold on, let me do a few dummy rolls.
can I try mine?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
odd.
Mine
Unarmed
works.
got a good roll, but scalpel doesn't even register.
Okay, so the weapon was put in here wrong. So I'm on your character sheet, or Jim, I'm on your character sheet.
Yeah, I see
And
that.
did you put in this, or was it already in here? I think it was already in here.
This was already in here.
Yeah, so whoever
I
did it
didn't
put it in
put it,
wrong because
but-
it's using your brawling skill instead of your handgun skill.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's actually, I forgot to put in the fact that I have a knife. Because I have no idea how to add weapons.
yeah, so you just go to the combat screen, and then
Combat.
edit mode and plus, and give me. Once we get back to your round, I can figure out what the damage is for the knife. 'Cause I can't remember off the top of my head. Right
It's
now,
a
let's.
something you need, bro. It's not my. It's,
Hey.
There we go.
And I guess I need to roll a 1d10 for damage.
Let me see. So the damage is actually included. Unfortunately,
Oh, I
Ah.
see. It says 3.
Ooh.
Okay, cool.
what would it
Feels
be?
bad.
And I'm still kind of
Okay, I
shaky on
rolled a
some of the combat rules. For example, what you're doing, if you're shooting for the eyes or the stomach, that's actually like a called shot, and there are different mechanics for that. But we're just going to go for it since George rolled so well on the science roll. Because otherwise, if you shoot anywhere other than the stomach, the eyes, they've received no damage. And then, so now you only have 5 rounds. Also, so
Yes.
track of.
we're gonna do XCOM rules where it takes 1 turn to reload.
Yes, if it is totally empty.
Okay.
Something else you can do. We won't do this turn, but if you decide to do it on another turn, you can fire more than once per round.
Okay.
So if you're looking at your 38 revolver, it says attacks. There's 1, and then in parentheses there's 3. You can choose to shoot 3 times for 1 attack. Each roll has a penalty die.
So it's gonna get worse and worse no matter how hard you try.
So
The
it's
more you go.
yeah. So each individual shot has a lower chance of hitting because of the penalty die. But it's a lot more damage potential if you one. Count.
So you gotta be really good.
We're really lucky.
Or really lucky, yeah.
Mm.
All right, Alistair, the 38 snub-nosed revolver powerfully kicks back into the palm of your hand, and both you and Martin
George.
and George, sorry, all 3 of you, although Martin is suffering this to the lesser extent, are going to have an extreme ringing in your ears because you fired a handgun inside, extremely loud.
Yes.
So that's a bit disorienting. I'm not going to make you. There's not going to be a stat penalty for that, but it is a little bit harder for you to hear. Your ears are ringing so much, and the round does hit the youngling. You pierce it right in the stomach, and it recoils. Oh, I forgot to. I'm going to say it hit anyway because I forgot, and it's my fault. But whenever you are on the receiving end of an attack in Call of Cthulhu, you have 2 options. You can either dodge or try to fight back. I think you can really only try to dodge in handgun range. Probably going to fail anyway, but even if it doesn't fail, since I forgot to do it. Alright, so if I had remembered to do it, he would have dodged out of the way.
Mhm.
But since that was my fault, the youngling takes 3 points of damage. And it is going to be Martin's turn.
I'll kind of yell out, Martin, get your ass down here. We need your help. Bring the pistol.
All right. And you said I dropped that pistol, right?
No,
I was
you dropped
wrong.
the knife.
You did not drop it.
Okay. I'm immediately gonna bolt for the stairs then. And when I head that way, I'm gonna keep my distance and fire a couple shots of my own.
All right. Character
And-
sheet.
Was I in earshot range of when George told? I'm bad at this.
I'm
Alistair.
pretty sure I would have.
Yeah, when
Well
George
done.
told Alistair where to shoot.
I'll say yes.
Well, he
Okay.
was also explaining it earlier when we were
When I was
examining the dead one.
examining the call kits.
Mhm.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was information you made public, which I guess it made sense that was.
All right, so you can fire more than once. Do you want to?
I'll fire 2 shots.
All right. So I put your weapon in here earlier.
Yep.
So what we're gonna do is weapon. That's your weapon roll. And critical success. Good.
Whoa!
Automatic 8 damage.
Let's go.
Dang. Dude, that was like right through the eyeball.
Well, we have to roll the
Wait
penalty
for it.
die.
Oh yeah, that's right, that's right. Also, he has to dodge.
Wait a minute. That didn't work.
Shouldn't that work after the second shot?
Whoa!
Hold on, sorry. Okay.
Oh!
There we go. That's-
Is it dead or am I dead?
Uh, so the way the penalty die works is that you roll 1 to 9, and then it replaces the first digit of your roll. So this is actually going to be a 31 instead of just a 1, which is still a success. It is just a regular success though, so it does not do the extreme damage.
Oh, okay.
It just does the.
If it replaced the first digit of my roll, I rolled a 1. Shouldn't that just replace the 1 with a 3?
The first
Because
digit
there
as
is no
in
second digit.
so and
First digit's a 0.
that's how it would be if we were playing with dice. If we were playing with percentage dice, the way it works is you roll 1, like at 1 to 10 die, and then you roll a second one. And the first one you roll, so say you roll a 3 and a 5. The first one is the 30, the tens digit, and the second one is the first place digit.
That makes sense.
Okay.
So
So
the way
even though I rolled a 1, is counting that as a 0-1.
yes,
Or I guess it would be if we were playing actual tabletop.
yes, or it would be.
I gotcha.
I can't remember. The ones and 100s are weird. It could be that 2 10s is 100, or I don't know. But so the way the penalty die and the bonus die work is that you roll a 10, a 1 to 9, and if it is a higher or lower number than your 10's digit, it replaces it.
Okay.
So if it's a penalty die, you rolled a 3, so that is higher than your 10's digit roll for your initial roll. So that replaces that. If you rolled a 35 initially, and then you rolled a bonus die, and you rolled a 1, then it would be 15.
Okay.
So it's kind of weird. It takes a while to digest it, but I think it's a pretty cool system.
So is it a bonus or a penalty die just based on whether you roll a higher or a lower number?
So if it is a penalty die, you only take that number if you roll worse.
Ah, okay.
And if it's a bonus
And if
die,
you roll a bonus die, you take it if it's lower.
yes. So it's kind of like advantage in a way, but it's advantage that only affects the tens digit. Advantage and
I
disadvantage.
gotcha.
Since it's a percentage-based roll. Okay,
I get it, I think. That's confusing. This game's confusing.
All right, so the youngling is not going to be able to attempt to dodge out of the way because you can only do that turn. You can only do it as many times as you have combat, or as many times as you have axe. So it is going to take the full brunt of the 6 damage, and it is going to let out a squeal and fall over and die.
Shots.
Yep. You don't even get off your second shot before it falls over and dies.
Do I have ammo marked anywhere? Oh, there. There we go.
All right, and since you have killed one of these creatures from the deep, Martin, you are going to gain some sanity points back.
Hey,
Yes, let's go.
confidence.
So these
I'll
things
give him a
can be
pat on the
killed.
back. Be like, good job, son. I'm
Thanks.
assuming my guy's kind of old.
I'm just glad they can be killed.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
You ever thought about joining the force?
No, I don't like Star Wars.
I just choose to shrug off that question.
All right, so Martin, you regain 4 sanity points, and your temporary insanity has been mitigated.
Yes. Does that mean it's gone, or it's just not as bad?
It's gone for the moment.
Yay!
So your paranoia is gone, and if you had any
You're now aware that we really don't care who you are right now.
double vision,
I'm just like,
Double
yeah.
vision.
Now that I think about it, I really do remember not telling them anything.
Before we start examining, I'm gonna look over to Martin and say, good work. Make sure you reload, just in case there's more of these things. And I'm gonna reload my revolver before we go anywhere else, in case there's more of these things.
Well, I don't exactly have ammo to reload with.
Yeah, I don't think Martin has any ammunition to spare.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
got the
'cause
5 rounds that are in my gun right now.
Yeah. Is he also using? What kind of gun do you have?
It's a Colt revolver.
It is actually a different.
It's a 45, probably.
Yeah, it's a different caliber.
Okay, never mind. Because I have spare with me.
Okay, so after your short victory, hear a crackling sound, and the entire lighthouse is illuminated briefly by a massive lightning strike, and the rain starts to pour even harder. Everything goes dark. The sound you were hearing earlier in the distance, the mechanical noise, stops. And first 1 second goes by. And you can hear some shuffling sounds downstairs. The sound of. Then after 4 seconds, the lights come back on. Mechanical noise in the distance again.
There's something down there.
So,
I'll kind of like. I guess we'll kind of. I'm assuming we're all kind of looking at each other, being like, "Y'all heard that, right?"
Yeah.
And I'll just
So-
kind of say, "Be at the ready, boys. Let's
Who
go
wants to
down."
volunteer to look?
I'm going.
I vote we call for help first.
How do you plan to? Oh, that's right. We do have a radio.
We do have a radio, and Mr. FBI here had a plan before we got
Oh, that's
interrupted.
right. Yeah, I was trying to contact my FBI people.
The peeps.
Yeah. I'm gonna dart right there, and I'm assuming I already know this like emergency call, this emergency radio station. So I go to that, and I give my call sign, and I'm pretty much in a very urgent voice. This is badge number blah blah blah. I am in need of dire. This is a dire help here. I'm on. I forget the name of the
Beacon
island.
Island.
So. Deacon Island.
Beacon.
Beacon. Dagnabbit. There's some weird ass creatures here. I don't know what the fuck these things are. We just need help. I need. Yes, This is where I'm gonna kind of start. Never mind. I'm gonna say I'm on a mission here. One human is one person is already dead, or I guess I'll say like one casualty. Yeah. Um. And I await for a response. I don't know if you wait for a response or something with these kinds of things.
You say over.
Over.
This is the Coast Guard. Can you repeat that message?
Yes. Hello, this is Alistair. I forget my last name already.
Ramses.
Ramsey. Alistair Ramsey with the FBI badge number blah blah blah. 350. I'll just say that. I'm on Deacon Island. We've with two other passengers. We have been our ship has been sank, and we are taking refuge on this island. There's weird creatures going on here. We have a dead body. We need help now.
This better not be a prank call. We're up to our ears in work here, recovering from this shipwreck.
God damn it. Just listen to me. There's something weird going on here. Just come here right now.
Roll persuade.
Okay.
Now, okay, I'm just going to I'm just gonna step aside and just put my hand on his shoulder, like, hey. I'm just gonna pick up the mic and just go, I'm very sorry for my friend. You see, you said you're up to your ears in the shipwreck. Well, that's where we came from. When we were told to row to this island, and there is something going on this island. There is one casualty here. And there is something that I can't quite explain, but one thing I can explain, there is some weird creatures here. I don't know what they are yet, but they are dangerous. They will attack on sight. And while my compatriot here is probably losing his mind in a realistic sense, he does appear to be an actual FBI agent, but we still need help. But we need to repair this lighthouse before you guys entertain to get here, because we don't know where any of the rocks are. And after all, what's the point of calling for help if you can't physically come get us? Am I right? Over.
That was very reasonable.
This is so calm.
Alright, so Alistair failed in his persuasion roll. Okay,
It's all over.
the dispatcher from the Coast Guard comes back and says, alright, well, I don't know what you're talking about, but we're gonna send a crew over to the lighthouse anyway, just as soon as we get a chance. It might be a while, but as long as the lighthouse holds up and is projecting some sort of light, we should be able to or actually, sorry, rewind. The lighthouse is not working.
Yes. I told him that the lighthouse is not working. And
Well, they know the lighthouse isn't working because that's what caused the shipwreck.
Yes.
I just misremembered.
Tell them to bring numbers and weapons, because whatever is here isn't friendly.
I already told them that we don't know what it is, but it is dangerous.
We'll send a ship out there just as soon as we can. Speaking of which, if you're on the lighthouse, if you're on Beacon Island, do you think you could talk to the wikis and try to get that thing burning again? Because it's hell out here.
One of them is dead, you idiot.
I haven't touched the radio yet, so I'm like, I'm just gonna put my hand like, yes, about that. The one casualty I mentioned, the wiki is one of them, and the other two are currently missing. So I hope you can understand our current predicament. Over.
All right. We're gonna do a group luck roll here.
No.
I have shit luck.
Does that mean we all roll?
Yeah, I'm gonna look up the specific.
Let's just wait. Oh. Fucking Dogecoin.
How much money did you put in Dogecoin, Caleb?
I have not put any into it.
Okay, good.
Because cryptocurrency is literally only good for pump and dumps.
I mean, could have made some money off of it.
All right, so in a group luck score, whoever has the lowest luck score takes the roll.
That's terrifying. I have
Are
a
you
65.
serious? That's me.
I have a 5 also.
I have a luck score of 40.
All right, so George, you're making this roll.
Oh,
That's a
can he
10.
use his luck to get a better roll?
Uh, yes, he can.
Okay, cool.
Remind me how luck works.
So for a basic luck roll, you just
Click
roll your
luck.
luck stat, and it acts like a normal skill roll. But you can also expend your luck points. So if you want to bump up your roll to a higher degree of success, you can expend that many luck points. That makes it harder for you to successfully roll luck in the future, but it can succeed in the now. But just go ahead and roll luck and see what we're...
Yeah.
I'm not gonna look. Okay, so it's still doable. I can expend.
That's a lot of luck, though,
That is
just
a
to
lot
get
of
a
luck.
passing roll.
Oh man, I don't know. Like the whole thing of group luck, that just sounds really bad. Or dumb, I mean. No offense to you, Ben. That's just how the game is made, but like it would make more sense for the highest luck guy to go for group luck. But
I mean, that would be more favorable for the
I think
players.
it makes.
But
that would be.
I feel like it would make more sense for whoever has the lowest luck to go than whoever has the highest luck, but I feel like it should also be somewhere in the middle.
mm-hmm.
Which was also, which I don't know how you do that, but still.
Me neither.
Wasn't
In
the
all
lower the
honesty,
score, the
like-
better in this?
So the lower the roll is better, but the higher the score is better.
Oh, okay.
So the higher your score is, so Caleb has a 40 for luck. So if he had a 70 for luck, this roll would have succeeded because you roll under, trying to get under your score.
Yeah.
So the higher your score, the easier it is to roll under it.
I mean, I got a 40. I mean, I got 65. I failed.
Mm-hmm. If you want, you can use 25 of your luck. Which would make you pretty unlucky.
Would I be able to use my luck to improve his roll, or can you only do that for your own rolls?
Let me check. I don't think that you can do that.
That'd
Okay.
be really
I don't think
broken.
so either, but I'm curious.
Because then all I would have to do is just contribute 5 luck.
Alright, so I'm just gonna read blurb. If you do decide to use these rules, the players don't just get to roll their luck, they can now spend their luck points to adjust dice rolls. Usually they'll do this to change a failure into success, but they can also use those luck points to alter the degree of success if they need to, from a regular to a hard, from a hard to an extreme success, which can be useful in combat situations. To adjust a skill roll, but not a sanity roll or a luck roll, so you actually cannot use it for a luck roll.
Oh,
I thought you
feel
could.
bad.
So to adjust for a skill roll, but not a sanity roll or a luck roll, the player burns luck points, spending the amount necessary to turn a failure into a success or an increased level of success. For example, if you have a spot hidden of 40% but rolled a 50, you could spend 10 luck points to adjust the roll to a 40. That's a lot of luck to burn in one go, depending upon your luck score, but in some situations it may be wise to do so, say to uncover a clue or to avoid taking a beating. So really, it's advisable if you've it's a great thing to do if you're failing it by like 1 or 2. You know.
So like my persuade roll that I just did would have been a good opportunity to do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I don't want to go back.
Time's no,
Since we
it's
didn't
already
know that.
passed.
Probably too
Yeah.
late, anyways.
Yeah.
All right. So this luck roll is actually unfavorable, damageable.
It's bad.
And misfortune has struck once again. There's another clap of thunder, and the rain pours even harder. And George, as you're trying to get back on the radio to talk to this Coast Guard dispatcher, all the lights go out again. And this time, 1 second goes by, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and then a minute goes by, and the power is still off.
Well, boys, I don't think this power's coming back on.
Generator.
We should try and find this generator and get it started back up and fix this lighthouse. Maybe on the way we can find the other 2 missing wikis.
I think
That
I
wasn't
might
to be
know a
about our
good
only
place to
choice.
start. And I think I might know a place to start.
Okay.
There was a painting that showed a little pathway behind the lighthouse. I didn't think anything of it, but
Yeah, it showed a thicket.
yeah, it showed the thicket, but I didn't think anything of it. But considering the fact that you guys saw a painting and then you guys saw one of these creatures just staring at you out the window, I'm willing to bet that there must be something to it, and I'm willing to try anything at this point. And I'm just gonna look at the FBI agent like, no offense, but I know the situation's heated. But let me do all the talking. I know, surprisingly, cram school was a lot more brutal than this.
Yeah.
At least on the mind.
And I mean, if you want, I'm pretty good at talking my way out of hairy situations.
I'll take anything. Because Mr. FBI guy, you're tough, you're strong, but you really need to keep your cool.
Yeah, whatever. Let's just get on with this.
Yeah,
There's
so
not
I
a
can
lot
go
of-
home. I mean,
As much as I wish I could agree with you, there's not a lot of cool around here.
All right, I'm going to take a
That's
quick
it.
bathroom break, and then we'll... Yeah.
Awesome.
Okie
I'm gonna
dokie.
get a snack real quick.
Okie dokie.
Snacko.
I do like snacks.
Ugh. Let's see if God of War is finally finished downloading.
Do it.
I don't know, I wanted to get back into God of War, but apparently when I stopped playing it, none of the updates were out. But then when I downloaded it, all the updates were just tackling it one after another.
I didn't know they updated God of War.
They did a long time ago. Oh, fuck.
Hmm.
So
See.
you guys see
No
Resident
making me
Evil
hungry.
8?
So good. No, I made them. You ever had a twice baked potato?
No.
I have, and they're amazing.
Yeah. So you bake potatoes, you cut them in half, you scoop out the inside, make mashed potatoes from the inside, and put them back in the shells, bake them again.
Mm.
That sounds really good.
There's no better way to make a potato. It's that kind of stuff that makes me wish I could actually cook. Or had some desire to cook.
And
Just
Caleb,
follow
to
the
answer your
recipe.
question, I have been watching gameplay of Resident Evil 8.
Ah, yes, the tall lady.
Haven't
I know
seen too
nothing
much of it,
about
though.
Resident Evil
Looks
8 other than the lady's tall.
Yeah.
Apparently, the reason why they were showcasing her so much is because she's the first major boss.
Because
So
they
it's
know the
not really
internet's boring as fuck.
spoilers. It's like, yeah, she's like the first major boss you fight. So there's like 5 total. So
I was really impressed by Resident Evil 7 when that came out.
yeah, I thought it would fail, but apparently it was really good. So I thought it changed the formula a little too much.
That was a huge step in the right. Resident Evil 5 and 6 were garbage.
I'm biased with Resident Evil 5 because me and Cody had great memories playing it.
You can really enjoy a bad game. There are lots of bad games that I loved.
Oh,
Then
yeah.
again, you cannot play.
If you want a
Resident Evil
bad game
5
that's fun,
on
any Sonic
normal
game.
or higher by yourself.
Any
It is
3D
not
Sonic
possible.
game.
True.
I love Sonic. Colors, I think, was the one where you had like 3
I heard that
people.
was a
You
good
played at
one.
the same time.
I have no idea.
No.
It's
The
so bad.
latest
Sonic
Sonic game I
Heroes.
ever played was probably Sonic Heroes. Since then, I never bought another one.
I have played Sonic Heroes.
Sonic Adventure is
2,
probably
Sonic
the
Adventure
worst
1.
game that I love.
Which
I
was
love
which one was the one for the GameCube?
Sonic Adventure 2.
Sonic. There were some for
There
the
are a few actually.
And
the
It
one
was like the-
mainline Sonic game for. Well, no, there were multiples.
It was
But
one with
Because there
like
was
the most
Sonic 06.
notable like the the soundtrack. It was like riding around the speed of sound.
Oh, that's Adventure 2.
Ah, yes,
problem.
classic butt rock.
Yeah, so Sonic Adventure
Uh-huh.
1 and 2 and Sonic Heroes, and Sonic Riders, which I also played.
Sonic
Sonic
Riders.
Riders was pretty fun.
Sonic Riders was hella fun.
Those were all on the GameCube, and then Shadow the Hedgehog was also on the GameCube.
Oh, I forgot about Shadow the Hedgehog. Jeez.
That's a game.
I stayed
That
up
is
all
indeed
night
a
playing
game.
that.
He says "damn" every
Oh,
time
you
he
poor soul.
dies. I was so
Yep.
confused as a kid. It was
Didn't like
rated
all the
T.
Sonic characters swear in that game?
Yeah, basically.
What the
I
heck?
wanted to
And like I said, it
explain
was
a
rated
little
T.
colored.
It wasn't even rated M.
Trying to make an edgy Sonic game, bruh.
In their defense, when they made Shadow, like that whole edgy character, that was the thing to do at the time.
Yeah,
I feel like the entire Sonic franchise is just kind of trying to be edgy, and then I don't know. How do you make Sonic edgy?
I mean, they're
Don't.
It looks goofy as
They
heck.
Yeah, you don't
then
really.
They moved on to self-deprecation, and it worked.
I don't understand true Sonic fans.
No, it's
Oh, you've seen the Cold Steel thing, right?
no, no,
Oh.
no.
Oh, the Sonic OC.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I sure have.
Like,
Cold
my
Steel,
own-
the Hedgehog.
Like, I know some of my friends are furries, and even they think that's cringe as fuck.
It is cringe, but it's hilarious.
Cold
Sure,
Steel
like-
is. I'm gonna have to edit all this out of the video. Cold Steel is a legendary Sonic meme. Post it in the chat.
Oh
It's
god.
true fact. True fact. This
Please
is real.
do.
Cold Steel, the Hedgehog. Not Hedgehog, the Hedgehog.
That's because I would love to actually.
Bio.
No.
Cold
We have to
Steel
go
was
through
born with a special power. He was stronger than all his classmates in the Sonic Fighting Academy. He served in the Sonic military fighting Shadow. In the final battle against Shadow they were fighting, and Shadow turned him into the
personnel
darkness,
kid.
and Cold Steel turned against Sonic and killed him. This guy killed Sonic. This is a
Nunny.
fan creation.
You can't do that.
Ah, where was I? Killed Sonic. Ah,
You are
he
about
lost
to
a part
shoot
of
me.
his ear in the battle, which is why he doesn't not have a part of his ear. Please stop PMing me about why that's that's why. Also, earrings aren't girly, fuck you. Chaos Kid 663, everyone knows you're blah 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 blah. Likes hurting people, being badass, motorcycles, Nine Inch Nails, the band, killing, death, punk, rock, Jinko jeans, skulls, darkness, hot girls with a U, with big boobies who are sluts, Nine Inch Nails on finger. And it just goes on.
Come
And then
Come on.
this the drawing of him has a word bubble. There's nothing personnel, kid. Not nothing personal.
Hi.
Nothing personnel,
Nothing
kid.
personnel.
No, it's nothing personnel.
Yeah.
That's how it's spelled.
Again, it's
Oh,
it's a
that's
legendary.
one of those things where I'm just like, this can't be real,
Yeah.
but it has to be.
That's like early 2000s internet stuff.
Oh
that
man.
was a fun time.
All right.
Let's get back to this. Let's get back to our inevitable deaths.
Back to where we
don't
were.
know.
All right. So you're
Anything
still
could
up
happen.
in the radio room. Now all the power is out. Heard some noises from down below, and the three of you maybe want to try to find the generator.
Yep.
Yep, because we don't
Yes.
have much of an option. We can either stay here and die, or go down, probably die, but at least we'll die trying to stay alive.
As a reminder, you have not replaced the bulb in the lamp room yet.
True. Maybe we
let's-
should do that first.
Let's do that first, so that way
Since
when we
we're
turn
here.
the power back on, we can help. We'll go, hey, there they are. They were legit.
But isn't something wrong with the actual like thing that the mechanism?
Something is wrong with the lens element. So the lens that really projects the light and shapes the light is totally broken. But if you replace the bulb, it will be doing something as opposed to before
Nothing,
when
yep.
it was nothing.
Yeah, let's
There
definitely
was no
replace
spare
that first.
lens. We did not see
Definitely.
any spare lens, so we don't have much of a choice right now.
Yeah.
And it just
Yep.
seems wise to go ahead and fix this while we're here.
Mm-hmm.
Do
Alright.
any of you happen to have any form of flashlight or lantern? There is a lantern downstairs, but I don't think any of you took it.
I have a magnifying glass. That's pretty much it.
Mm.
That is apparently all I brought to this place.
Medular's loop, yeah.
I did not
All
grab
you
the
need.
lantern.
Was there a lantern?
Yeah, I don't have
I'm
anything.
99% sure there was a.
Okay.
Well, there
Well,
is
I'm pretty.
now.
I'm 99% sure none of us grabbed one.
No, I don't remember grabbing it. I wasn't
But
even
There are
around.
two, actually. There are two oil lanterns downstairs in the hallway.
Aha.
Okay. But one of us is gonna have to go down there. Okay. How about we both go up, or first of all,
I'm just gonna say like this will be like both and out of character. I think we should stick together. For
I
sure.
do think that's
Sure.
wise.
Especially after that incident.
but I was gonna say, Martin, you should go get the cleaver you dropped back upstairs in the up top. I noticed
That's
that you
true.
dropped it.
That could come in handy.
And while he's doing that, Ben can tell me the official stats for this knife I have.
It's 1d3.
Of course it is. Okay. Let me just do a quick test.
Let me toss that in my.
And I just used up all my luck.
Oh man.
That's using the brawl skill. I think there's actually a knife skill.
Is it?
Is there though? I'm looking.
Fighting. Brawl, fighting skill 1, fighting skill 2, fighting skill 3.
No, when you
There, I don't see any.
This character sheet is weird. This is not.
It is weird. Yeah, there is. It's just brawl. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna have to find a different character
You can
sheet.
probably edit one of the fighting skills to be blades or whatever, and
You
just
know,
have it
that could
use
be what you're
that.
supposed to do, because they're like 20 fighting skills. That's probably what it is, Bradley. You're right.
Yeah.
But I don't know what the preset skills for blade is for.
I
this
just
guy.
use brawl. Brawl is a generic fight
Yeah.
skill, so fine.
Ended up using my nat 20 though.
Does
Sad times we live in.
Sad g.
does my cleaver have the same damage his knife does?
I'm sure it does, but the cleaver. You carry that with you, or did you find that somewhere?
I think we both.
From the
Yeah.
The kitchen. Yeah, it was in the
Because
kitchen.
we grabbed it from the kitchen, and yeah.
Okay, so the cleaver does 1d4.
Oh, pod. Oop, not 54. There we go.
1d54.
Heck yeah.
Oh yeah.
I could still get a 1. Should I just keep brawl for the thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So what's the plan?
Once he gets his weapon, we're just all gonna go. All three of us are gonna go down together.
Oh, sorry. Ignore that.
Well, at least you know it works.
Yay.
Yep, 1d4. Yep, it's all there.
All right. So we're gonna head down the spiral stairway.
Yes.
All right. So as the three of you descend down the stairwell, you can wind ching still against the sides of the lighthouse tower, and the clink clank of your footsteps down this metal spiral stairwell is covering up any sounds that you might hear from below you.
What's the like?
Right. So the descent is uneventful. But it is pitch black down here. So previously it was illuminated by the electric lights down here, but since the power is out, hardly see anything. You remember the lanterns being by the entrance, by the coat hooks and the galoshes. Can't see them in the darkness.
We would need a match, right, to start it.
No, so gas lanterns. They have
Oh,
flint.
gas lantern. I'm sorry.
I
They have a
to
flint
think
built
that our
into
eyes
them.
would have probably adjusted by now, since we're taking it pretty slow.
But your eyes can only adjust so much.
True.
Yeah. In total darkness, we're still gonna be able to see
There
next
is a
to
storm going on, so there's no moonlight. There's no natural light.
Yeah. Kind of. I'm kind of lead. My character's gonna be leading the kind of group. I'm kind of just cautiously moving through. And so yeah, I'm just gonna kind of cover the gentleman, and I'm gonna just kind of point to one of the two of them. Do either of you want to carry the lantern?
All like the lanterns is I don't have a gun.
Fair enough.
Alright, so there are two. So George is going to carry one. He's going to carry one.
Bradley has his hands full since he has a cleaver and a gun, so that would make.
I'll carry
Alistair-
this.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good.
All right. So do you light the lanterns?
Yes.
Yes.
And we're surrounded.
Either way, I do like being able to see.
All right. So moments after you light the two lanterns, the front door bursts open with a gust of wind. A pair of yellow eyes.
Oh.
Close that door.
Jesus. Is it
That's
just the
deep.
eyes, or do we see the body? Like, is
It's
it?
just the eyes. It isn't right outside the door.
I'm gonna like hesitate for a second, holding the gun, and I'm gonna be like, "Hold your fire." I think this is what we've been seeing before, and I'm just gonna call out because we're still kind of ignorant on what these creatures are. So I'm gonna be like, "Who are you?"
The only thing you hear in response is a. So the eyes blink a couple of times, and then they run away, or the creature runs away.
So do we see its body, or is it just the eyes?
You don't clearly see the body, but you're pretty sure that it's the same thing that you got upstairs, and the
Okay.
same thing that you
Didn't
found
try
two of
to
the dead
attack
bodies of.
us. Huh.
What'd you say, Caleb?
No, I'm saying like in character, like that thing didn't try to attack us.
That's a good point.
That
Light
doesn't
isn't a
mean it's
factor
not.
because
And then I'm gonna.
that thing tried to kill me in broad day or under the light, and it tried to do it as soon as it put eyes on me. It didn't try to run away. Most creatures usually fight either for predation or they're in a corner or cornered. So,
You're assuming these things are animals and they don't have any intelligence, though.
oh no, I never said intelligence. Have you ever seen orca? They're scary, both in terms of strength and smarts. One of the few creatures that can actually kill a great white.
Hey, size counts for something.
That's a good point, Doc. Glad to have you here to understand these weird fishmen.
Point is, okay, never mind. Let's. Is there a lock for the door?
Well, we got to go outside, so.
Why?
Yeah.
Well, I would like to at least put the lens back together. Or like I thought we agreed to put the lens back together, then go turn the generator on.
Then why do we
Or
come
do you
down
want
here?
to turn the generator on, then put the lens back on?
I
Actually,
thought we were
no.
just putting a light bulb in. I
Yes.
thought we couldn't fix the lens.
Yeah, you can't
I mean,
fix
the
the
light
lens.
bulb.
Yeah,
Let me
just the light
rephrase it.
bulb.
I thought we were going to put the light bulb in, then go turn the power back.
Well, that would all the spare light bulbs were in the
I thought
in the
there was one
radio
up
room.
Yeah,
There were.
which is upstairs.
Yeah, I thought we already did that before we headed downstairs.
Oh, it was too dark.
Yeah.
Oh, it was too dark to fix. Oh, that's right. Okay.
Too
Yeah,
dank.
so we'll. Yeah,
So
we
I'd
head
like
back
to at
up.
least lock this door to make sure if something comes in, we're at least going to hear it.
There is no latch. That's a feature that you've noticed about most of the doors here. All the doors except for the one that goes to the lantern room. You might assume that it's because this is a remote island and they're only supposed to be at any given time.
Right.
So you have to reach this area by boat. So there's probably not much point of locks on most of the doors. But the lantern room does have a latch.
Okay. Terrific. So let's go upstairs then. And lock if there's I only recall seeing one lock on the lantern room, and that's the only lock, so let's go up, close the door behind us, and fix the lighthouse. Shall we, gents?
Sounds good.
Okay.
All right. So you're now, three of you are a little bit more at ease now that you have some light, more comfortable navigating your way back up. Metal spiral stairwell. Once you reach the radio room and locate a spare bulb, it's pretty easy to figure out where the bulb needs to go, but still, someone is going to need to roll for it, and I believe roll or mechanics, so one of the two. Let's see what.
If we agree that Alistair is the engineer here, because he said he was going to try and fix it.
Yeah, it's going to be
Original.
it's going to be electrical repair.
All right.
I don't know nothing about no machines or
Neither
doohickeys
do
or
you,
what have you.
apparently.
I could. So how does? I would like to use 6 luck to make that a regular, to make it a success.
Yes. Okay. You may do that.
Deal.
So you just tell me that that's what you want to do, and then you go to your luck score on the top right, and you reduce it by 6.
All right, that's what I want to do.
All right. So you succeed in placing the light bulb. Obviously, it doesn't illuminate because the power is out, but you just know that you've done it correctly.
Right. I'll kind of tell the guys, all right, it's fixed. Almost dropped the bulb there, but got lucky. Let's head down. Let's, hopefully there isn't too many more of these dastardly creatures.
Right.
I say we go find out. We're
Right.
sitting ducks up here anyways.
So you make your way back to the entrance of the lighthouse cottage. Do you open the door? You did close the door up.
Yes.
All right. So as you look outside, it's pouring rain. You do see some footsteps that you did not see before. You don't know if they were there before, but now you have portable light lanterns that cast light directly onto the ground. So you can see some footsteps leading away to the southern part of the island.
I'm gonna investigate the footsteps. Do I need to like do anything? Do I notice that they're human, or do I need to roll for that?
They are animal-like.
Animal-like. Can I identify what it is? I guess it's safe to assume that it's those creatures.
Yeah, it's sort of frog-like, but
Okay.
larger. If you'd like to follow the footsteps, you have to use track roll.
I bet we find the generator first before we try doing anything. Because I'd feel a lot more comfortable with help, knowing that help is at least kind of on the way.
Yeah, I agree. All right. I guess recalling on where the kind of like the general direction of where the generator sound was.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be like, I think I remember it coming from this direction. Let's go.
Also, Ben, I don't see any tracking skills.
There is a skill called track somewhere.
It would probably be survival. Yep, there it is. Track. I am bad.
True. Same.
I mean, I'm a swimmer, not a tracker.
Apparently, I'm nothing.
All right. So there's a path leading south. That's the direction that you remember the generator sound coming from. So if you follow the footpath around the side of the cottage, it soon branches, and one branch leads to another door, and this is the kitchen door that you saw earlier. It leads directly in and out of the kitchen. All right, and then the main branch of the pathway continues past the lighthouse and to a crude outdoor shower. It's a bathtub, a jury-rigged shower head, and a wooden canopy over it. It's fed by a rainwater tank. There's an outhouse.
That'd be cold during the winter.
Yeah.
All right, and the path looks like it continues all the way to the southern side of the island and southern pier. All right, just off the path behind the lighthouse are 2 sheds. Are you going to investigate the sheds?
Anyone got a coin?
I vote yes because I'm still trying to find the other people.
I know.
Especially-
I was saying like coin for which one we should check first.
Oh, good point.
There's a small one and a large one.
Let's do small first, so that way if there's anything in there, we'll see it almost immediately. Large
Okey-dokey.
one could be anything in there.
All right. So the smaller shed contains an electric generator, and there's plenty of gasoline, firewood in it. And when you look above the generator, you can see a now massive hole letting in huge amounts of rainwater directly onto the generator.
Oh,
We need to plug this up.
I think we found our problem.
The generator is not currently running at all.
It'd be a terrible idea to get it going now. We need to plug this hole, or at least put something on top of it. I was gonna look over his large shed. I'm like, probably in there.
Are there any supplies around that we can maybe use in this room to patch that hole in the ceiling?
Not that you can see. There's gasoline and firewood in here, but there aren't any sort of general supplies. The generator shed.
Okay.
Do you want to investigate the second larger shed?
Yes. Not a lot of other choice.
All right, so this one is obviously a workshop. It contains various materials. There are mechanical parts, tools. There's oil lamps, so if you want a third oil lamp. And there's a workbench.
I vote we get the third oil lamp first and foremost.
I think we established that that Bradley's
Can I,
character doesn't have enough.
Can I strap
storage.
the lamp to my belt or something?
I mean, you can't attack with both your knife and your gun at the same time anyway. So I don't know why
true,
you.
but what if I had?
Put your gun somewhere where you can grab it, I guess.
I don't know what I thought I was gonna say. Never mind.
So the gun is on a lanyard, actually.
Oh,
Oh, well, perfect.
convenient.
Weird detail, but I remember it. On a leather cord. So there's also a hammer in here. There's some nails, some corrugated sheets of iron, and there are numerous screwdrivers and chisels. Just basically things that you would expect to find in a workshop on a isolated island. Anything that they need to fix around here, this is where they keep the supplies to do that.
I'd like to go take a second look at the hole in the other shed. Mainly just to see, like, what caused it. Was it just wear and tear? Someone tear it off? Was there a bolt of lightning?
Did something kill it?
It looks.
I don't want to know who used that for a glory hole. I'm sorry.
I didn't hear anybody say that.
I did not.
I hate to tell you, but Jimothy did.
Really?
Yeah, I did. Can you not hear me?
I can hear you now.
Oh, okay.
Just blocked it out because I'm like, I don't want to know.
He was like, no, not again.
So many things I don't want to know about.
So the hole looks like it was formed just by the extreme weather. Then there's the roof is made out of the same corrugated iron material, and one of them like it was rusted through, and then with the wind and the heavy rain, the hole just kept widening. Now it's a few feet across, and like I said, it's just letting in a rainwater.
All right, then let's plug that hole.
Jeez.
All right. So do any of you have a relevant skill you think that you can do the roof?
Let us see.
Probably not for me. The only thing I can think of it would be even remotely close to would be climbing, just to climb up there. And yeah,
I
that's
have
all.
the closest thing I have is mechanical repair, but that doesn't make any sense for this.
Yeah.
It
I really don't
should.
see any skills that are really useful. Maybe just
Let
strength
me see.
or dexterity.
Wait,
Dexterity would make a lot of sense, though.
there's a credit rating thing in here though.
Yes, there
I
is.
could just use an education role. I could pretend to be a carpenter.
I have good education. Or
There
would that
actually
fall
is
under
a
intelligence?
carpentry skill. Just none of these character sheets have it on there.
Aha.
Something that you have to choose to have. Um. hmm. All right, yeah. Martin, I'll let you go for it. Let me.
Okie dokie.
Feel like there should be something more appropriate to have here.
I kind of feel like there should be too, but I don't see anything.
Yeah, just roll your education. We'll see.
Okie dokie.
Did I also roll education? Or... No.
No, there's no
Good.
point.
You got an extreme success, and how are you more educated than me?
Criminals aren't stupid.
Pretty smart. Well, the ones who get away aren't stupid.
Well, that's
Full
true.
of hard
Fair
knocks.
point.
Point is, congrats on your nat 20.
All right.
Thanks, bruh.
Martin, you recall some correspondence classes that you took on maintenance and carpentry, and it is relatively easy for you to patch up the roof. You get thoroughly doused doing it, so you're pretty much drenched right now. But the roof is no longer leaking. The generator itself is still covered in water, and it is not running. So if you want to repair the generator, that is going to take a mechanical repair roll.
That will not be
Personally, to see
me.
what's
I
wrong
am
with
not
it, if you
skilled at
keep going.
mechanics.
No, that's why I'm just gonna look at Alistair and I'm like, so Alistair, how much do you know about generators?
Know a little bit. I've tinkered here and there. I'll give it a try.
Alright, I'll keep watch, I guess.
Should we look at it? Should I investigate it to see what's wrong with it, or do I just
I
start?
say, I would say at least look at it, so that way you know what's wrong.
Yeah.
All right.
'Cause you know what's in the shed.
Let's see. All right. So just by looking at it, you can tell that it is shorted out somewhere. So since it has an electrical short in it, you could also use electrical repair if that's higher. But also it's just covered in water. So you need to do at least two things. One, you need to repair the electrical short, and two, you need to get all the water off of it.
Let's say is there like a thing of towels around? We could probably. Well, weren't there some towels in the bunkhouse?
There were
Like
actually.
We could probably grab some of those. See if we can towel dry it real quick.
Idea.
Let's
When
all
we get
move as a group, though.
if it's pouring rain, then how would we get the
True, the towels will be
towels
dry,
on?
but we stuff it under our shirts.
I mean, if it's pouring that much rain, like I don't think our shirts are gonna do much.
Do you have a better idea?
Weren't there some
That's not
umbrellas over there
sarcasm.
too?
Do you legitimately have a better idea?
I'm not sure if there were umbrellas. Let me. Metaphors.
Did umbrellas even exist back
Oh,
then?
Yes.
were there umbrellas beside the
I'm
where
sure
we got the
umbrellas have
lantern?
been around for centuries.
I think you
How else
did
are you
say there
gonna
were
get the
umbrellas
rain off you?
beside
The
the.
basic umbrella was invented 4,000 years ago back in Egypt, Greece, and China.
See? Okay, I might have said centuries, but still.
So
Minor differences.
I was thinking the same thing, Jim. But by the doorway, there are 3 coat hooks, only one of which currently has a well-worn oilskin, 2 pairs of galoshes. There are 2 oil lanterns, and there's an empty hook, so it's supposed to be 3 oil lanterns. Yeah, I don't think there's an umbrella in here. So they wear raincoats, and also the island is pretty sheer and exposed to wind. So you think that they don't have any because they would just be ineffective in the wind, be blown away. But it is a pretty short walk from the back door, the kitchen door, to this shed. So you think that you could get at least a bundle of towels here, relatively dry.
Yeah. We can
Yeah,
keep the
we'll just have
towels
to
dry
hoof
with the
it.
other towels.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we'll just have to hoof it. So I guess like as a group, I still don't recommend splitting up at all.
Same.
No.
It just sounds like a bad idea.
So yeah, I say all of us just run there, grab some towels, and run back. Two of us with the guns, I'm assuming, are kind of just keeping a lookout while George is in there grabbing the towels and stuff, stuffing them under his shirt.
Mm-hmm.
So I plan. I
Good
vote
night.
for
I am now.
Sorry.
All right. So as you make your way back to the lighthouse, go back through the kitchen doorway instead of the front doorway. You hear footsteps behind you. Wet, muddy footsteps.
that. George,
Grab my knife.
Yeah, I just kind of pull my gun and do an about face.
Like, who's there?
In the far distance, you can make out 2 yellow pairs of eyes,
oh no.
but they blink out.
Hold on.
Distance in the darkness.
George, get the fuck out of here! Let's run!
No,
Okay, Shaggy.
like, we should not panic. And we should still be on guard, but we need to at least get this. Like, we'll
This sounds like
panic
perfect
when
time to
we
panic.
get the lighthouse back up and running.
At this
But-
point, also, I'm trying to. I'm curious. I don't know if my character would be curious, but about this. But now that I know about the coins and stuff, I'm like, what do you guys want? I'm just trying to communicate with them. That's all I'm doing. With my gun at the ready, so I would just scream that at them.
Either they couldn't hear you, or they couldn't understand you, or they didn't care to respond. But you don't hear anything from them.
But they're still looking at us.
No, the lights or their eyes just sort of vanish.
Okay. Well, it seems like screaming at them kind of works.
No, I think they're acting a bit similar to wolves. You know, like one will take a look and then they'll slowly start looking and slowly start moving in and getting closer and closer.
You think they're stalking
Point
their
is-
prey?
They're
What?
observing us then.
Stalking our prey. That's one. The observation is they aren't mutually exclusive, so
That's a good point, Doc.
I'm willing
Well,
to
it's-
bet that maybe that first one didn't try to attack us because it knew that if it did, it would result in its death. So it's they're either going to hold back, or they're going to wait till they get more numbers.
That's a good point, Doc. Well, let's hurry up and fix this generator. I don't want to be staying on here any longer.
All right.
All right, so you
Wait a
grab
minute,
the
if it was
towels.
far away, how did we hear right behind us?
I didn't say you heard them right behind you. I said you heard them behind you. But
Oh,
also,
but they were still a fair distance away.
No, you heard a footstep like in the place. So
no. So this was before you actually entered. This was, or it was as you were entering through the kitchen door. You heard wet, muddy footsteps behind you. Muddy
Okay.
footsteps are pretty loud.
Oh,
But this wasn't in a directly behind you thing.
all right, I vote head back.
after we get what we need, we do.
Okie
We need to get
dokie.
this generator back up and running ASAP.
Right, so you enter the
And then-
bunkhouse, bunk room. Towels are gone.
You're kidding.
No.
No, they're not gone. I'm just kidding.
No.
The monsters needed the towels. Complete their sacred rituals. Nope, it's relatively uneventful.
Not sure what kind of. I want to know what kind of ritual takes a bunch of towels, but sure.
Greek life.
Toga,
Yeah.
toga, toga.
Well, Bradley, they're remembering rule number 2 of Hitchhiker's Guide. Always remember your towel.
True. You never know when you might need your towel. It's the most useful thing in the universe.
Yes, it is.
All right, so how is the condition of the towels?
By the time you get them back, they're slightly damp, but they can hold a lot more water. And
Alright.
they'll be effective in drying off the generator.
All right, I will take them. Kind of ask for help. And it's like, help me clear this up, boys. Let's dry this off. So we do that, and I'm gonna begin repairs. So I just roll.
You can either roll
Or I click the
electrical or
skill.
mechanical.
So,
Nice. You needed a hard
A
success
hard
in order to repair it.
success.
hey,
Talk about luck.
All right. So after some very stressful minutes working on the generator and getting it, or attempting to get it to turn over, it finally roars to life, coughing and spitting fumes, and the light hanging from the ceiling of this generator room fades into life and illuminates the whole room. There's also a window behind you, and the window has a couple of pairs of eyes peering through it. Sorry.
Very nice.
Nice. So they're getting closer and closer.
I feel like at
So,
this point
I
I'm
think
just
they're
getting used.
attracted to light.
Oh, it's also quite loud.
Oh,
But
so they're
it could be, yes, that they are attracted to the light.
I think they may be attracted to light, but I'm not certain.
do we notice that the light in the lighthouse is like good?
You can't see it from inside here.
We need to step outside.
Okay, I guess I'll
Like a
assuming
walk
I'll
scene.
just step outside and check it out.
Alright, Alistair, you step outside into the wind and the rain, and you do see that the lighthouse is on. It's rotating. It's not particularly bright. It's definitely the brightest thing on the island, but it's not as bright as a lighthouse should be. The light isn't projecting very well, but it's better than nothing. And immediately after you realize that, you realize that there are 3 of the creatures that are surrounding you.
Fellas, we got company.
So they are either attract. All right,
Cock
here we
my.
go.
Now is it? These are actual creatures,
These
or
are
is it just the lights?
they're creatures. So.
Okay. I cock my gun, boys. Be
Hold
at the
on.
ready.
I was gonna say like
He did what to his gun?
He grabs his gun, like rightfully so.
Or
like,
primed it.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
but
All right, so they aren't all up close on you. They're each about 30 feet away. If you look at the map, I'm going to. Are huge. So you have a few precious moments to ready yourselves before they come at you, if assuming that they will. Do you do anything? Do you come outside or do you stay inside? There is a window.
So I'm kind of envisioning my character like halfway in and out of the doorway, with the door open, and I've told the guys that we have company.
well, it'd be more advantageous to. We can't let them damage the generator.
Yeah.
I was
Hopefully
going.
they don't destroy the building either. What else is in this shack?
This shack, not much other than gasoline and firewood.
Fire ain't gonna do anything in this weather.
We do have flint.
You have flint and you have gas lanterns, so you can start a fire.
Hmm. I'm gonna bark at the two gentlemen with me and be like, "Let's keep one of you pick up that gas container just in case."
Okay, I will grab the gas container.
So you said they're about 30 feet. I almost like low key want to like grab it from them. Is this metagaming if we're like, or is this strategizing? I just want to like discuss this.
So I mean,
Ooh, they're fast.
Oh yeah,
That's how fast they were last time, though, wasn't it? Never
yes.
mind.
yes. Everything has like one speed. There's nothing you can do to get around it.
Lol.
No, you
But
can discuss strategy. Like I said, you have a few there, so you can do it in character.
Okay.
Cool.
I was thinking about like having the maybe
Wait till
just
they get
placing, yeah, or honestly, just throwing that gas canister out there and then either shooting it or throwing one of our lanterns at it.
there is plenty of backup lanterns.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, there's like 3 of them in there.
Right. So all of you right now, since you're all in the building, for party location. This map doesn't have enough resolution, so we're just gonna have to our words to describe where exactly we are positioned, building, or outside of it. Okay. So you've had your brief moment to prepare. What is going on?
Good question.
And these creatures from the deep, youngling, are now going to attack. And now they're skittish and agitated, even more so than the ones that you've seen before. And Alistair, are you still standing in the doorway?
At this point, I think I'm gonna. I'm gonna shut the door and go back inside.
Okay, as you do, all 3 of them are going to their poison attack, try to hit you before you close the door. They're going to take a penalty for doing this. you're moving and attempting to.
A cave troll.
That one fails, so it doesn't matter.
Hey.
That one also fails, so it doesn't matter.
Lower and lower.
And that was fail. Wow, these younglings
Oh,
suck.
let's go. These guys are the
What's
worst.
the
I
door
like
I
it.
used here?
Okay, now you need to say they have a cave troll.
Yeah, so the three poisonous, venomous needles thud up against the shed, and they actually pierce through the wall. Not all the way through. They're all about halfway embedded. This is a pretty flimsy shed. Hence why there was a leak in the first place.
Mhm.
All right, Alistair, it is now your turn as we are in combat proper. Or why do I have two of these? Okay, hold on.
You didn't mark them yet.
Sorry, the turn order.
One's me.
Well, there are two of everybody because everybody did it again. Okay. Looking at the turn order thing that I've got here on the left, I don't know if you.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay,
Are we
Alistair's
good?
gone. I'm gone.
You're
So wait,
gone.
you had extras? Yeah, now both me and Alistair are off the turn order.
All right. Well, it's right on my screen, which is what matters. So I'll just keep track of
Okay.
it. All right, it's Alistair's
enough.
turn.
Maybe it'll
Right.
fix itself.
We'll make a sly comment. Be like, Jesus, that was close. Eat this, you sons of bitches! And then I'm gonna open the door real quick with take out my pistol, and I'm just gonna fire at the closest youngling at me. Boom. Fudge. I am going to use 4 luck to make that a regular success.
You and I are now sharing the same amount of luck.
Oh, whoops. I did not mean to click that. I meant to click edit.
Fine. Since he succeeded in the attack, the youngling is going to get a chance to dodge. Dodge ability. Which it fails.
Badly.
Nice.
Said it was 8 damage.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So Alistair, the round from your snub nose revolver pierces straight through the eye of the closest youngling, and it falls over dead. Now you get some sanity back. Four points of sanity.
Do I need to go up or down?
First as you go up.
Okay.
So you go 4 up.
69, boys.
Hey.
Ha 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 ha.
That's the meme number.
All right. So in this kind of like swift motion, is it okay for me to close the door again, or am I done? Because that was kind of the idea, was to just kind of open the door, shoot, and then close it again.
It's up to the DM.
Keeper of arcane lore.
Fine, GM.
Let's see.
You'll forever be my dungeon master, Ben.
I think that's a little bit too much to do in this one turn. So you can get it. I'll say that you can get it partially closed, so you have partial cover.
Okay, so it's like, yeah, because ideally I was opening it kind of halfway for me to see them, and like part of my body's out, and I fire, and then I was gonna shut it, but that's totally fine. So I was gonna whip open the door.
Hey Martin, what do?
Alright. You said there was a window kind of looking out to where they are?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to use the wall beneath the window for cover and take a couple shots at one of them.
All right. So the two.
Namely, the one closest.
Okay, they're approximately the same. Yes.
Okay. Well, yeah.
All right. So go ahead and. You want to fire twice or just once or what?
I'll fire twice, yeah.
All right. So each of these is going to be at a.
But all right.
We're going to take a penalty die.
I'll still have 3. It's fine.
True. But we're not off this island.
That one.
Ouch. Let me see. That's only 3 damage. I'll let that ride. All right, and then one more. Bruh.
That's even worse.
And 1 damage. Jeez.
Yeah. So, Martin, both of your shots go astray. Nowhere near their target. You are shooting out into the dark, and really you can barely see them. And you do.
Man.
All right, George. You don't have a ranged weapon. Is there anything that you want to do to contribute?
You do have the gas.
I have a lantern.
The gas lantern.
So I am going to test a theory real quick and throw my lantern out towards the nearest youngling.
Are you trying to
Whichever
hit
is-
it?
Not hit it. Mainly just get it as close to it as possible, like which would cause it to break. It's a theory I want to test out real quick. Because these things were honest, like there was no tomorrow when we turned the lights on.
All right.
So I just wanted to see, like, I don't have a ranged weapon, so I'm just gonna like strategize, throw stuff, and see what happens.
All right, so roll strength. Just throw it far enough.
I cannot. I can go ahead and tell you, man, I cannot.
Hey!
Nice. All right, so you successfully heave the lantern and toss it out. Did you want to toss it out the window or through the door or what?
Through the door, because that was, I don't know where the other one is towards the window. So I just wanted to do the one that's we're all focused on right this moment.
All right.
Just to see what happens.
So the lantern flies through the air and crashes to the ground. The glass cowling of the lantern shatters, and after just a few moments, it's doused by the rain. It definitely attracts the attention of the youngling, but it doesn't seem disturbed by it.
Youngling
Gonna
may have,
look at him. What the hell was that?
I thought it would cause a fire.
It's like that's what the gasoline's for.
Yeah, it's pretty
There's
wet out
another
there.
one.
There's a storm going on still.
There's a nut. Well, I mean, it's oil, so I thought, I failed chemistry. But yeah, we do have gasoline, but I was gonna hold it like I didn't want to exactly use this willy-nilly. There's plenty of lanterns in the shed. We only have one gas tank.
No, you have more than one gas.
Never mind.
The gasoline runs the generator, so you've got plenty of it.
Never mind.
Yeah.
I used my turn anyway.
And it's all
Alright, so
over.
youngling numero
Trial and
uno
error.
dead. Deado, these guys are pretty weak. I should have made them.
Don't-
I should have made them
do not
beefier.
Do not do. Don't be one of those guys, man. Like I already saw a video on D&D horror stories and pretty much summed it up. It was,
Well, you know what? The keeper can do whatever he wants to.
true.
Alright, so youngling number 2 is going to march up to the partially open door, and it's going to get right in Alistair's face, and it's going to bite at you.
Nom.
Jesus Christ! So what do I need to do?
So
we need to
first,
see if it even hits.
yeah, first I'm going to roll the attack for youngling. Then you can choose if you want to fight back or dodge.
Okay.
or die.
Oh man.
I guess I just shut the door in time for that.
Yeah. All right. So you managed to slam the door shut just as the youngling is charging towards you face first, and it just slams with a resounding thunk into the solid oak door. That expends its turn. It is not significantly hurt. You can hear it. It
Yeah.
sounds irritated.
Luckily
All
not.
right.
Did you see that thing? It just came at us. What the fuck?
There's still another one.
All right. So the other one is going to use its poison needle attack, and it's going to try to hit Martin through the window.
Bruh.
Bruh.
Huh!
What you gonna
Heck
do,
is that?
Bradley? Gonna fight back or dodge?
Ha ha.
Forget. Alright, if you're gonna dodge, this will be a good time to do it because everyone's turn is done. It's once a turn. I'm gonna stop metagaming now and refill my water.
Are you
'Cause
sure
my
about
turn's gonna be a while.
Oh.
Ugh.
Oh.
And I
What up?
unplugged my mic anyway. So again, my turn's gonna be a bit. So I'm gonna get some water.
Okay. I just realized why these younglings are dying way quicker than they're supposed to.
Yeah.
They have 3 points of armor. So all of the damage you're taking is supposed to be 3.
Nice.
Whoop, dude. Listen, you live and you learn. Learn on the job. 3-point scales. Successful attacks targeting a youngling's eyes or belly bypass their armor. Such called shot attacks suffer a penalty die. Target those specific areas. Okay, so this is what I was talking about earlier. So now I figured it out. So obviously I'm not going to go backwards. But from this point forward, they're going to have 3 armor unless you try to use a called shot. Use a called shot, suffer a penalty die.
Okay.
And if you don't do a called shot and you just hit them normally, whatever damage you do is subtracted by 3. Armor.
Okay.
All right. So the youngling scored a hard success with its projectile needle, and it doesn't actually go through the window. It just goes through the plaster on the side of the building and manages to catch you in the shoulder, Martin.
I didn't get a dodge or fight back.
You do get to attempt to dodge. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm going to attempt to dodge, even though it's not a very high chance. Yeah.
No. So in order to dodge, you have to match the level of success as the attack. So you would have needed to do a hard success
Okay.
dodge. I don't think that you can attempt to fight back with a ranged attack, but the way fighting back works is that you have to achieve a degree of success higher. So if they did a normal success, you have to do a hard success. But if you do succeed in getting a degree of higher when fighting back, you deal damage. You do a normal attack, and they don't deal any damage to you.
Okay.
But let me see. You actually do not take any damage, Martin, even though you now have a massive needle sticking out of your shoulder.
Huh?
And let me see. I'll tell you what happened.
Poison.
Yep. He knows it's poison. I told him it was probably poison.
I do hope that's not true.
All right. I need you to roll in with a Constitution.
Okay.
Jim's tired.
Save.
Yeah, it's
I'm
been a long
exhausted.
day.
I believe it.
Hard success.
Success. So unfortunately, you need an extreme success to remain unaffected by the poison.
Bruh.
Oh, shit.
All right.
Don't forget about luck.
It's true.
Hard. Or did you say extreme? Ben?
Extreme
I'd like
success.
to expend
That is
12
12.
luck points to not get poisoned or whatever's going to happen.
Okay, you can resist.
It is up to you.
I am doing it. I did it.
All the music's like perfect right now. While waiting. What happened? You alright? Martin, Jesus. The hell?
I think I'm alright. Stung a bit, but not as bad as I thought I was gonna.
There's poisons, and I don't know what it'll do, but it affects everyone differently.
All right. So, Alistair, it's your turn again. What are you gonna do when they come? Bad boys.
So what I'm gonna do is be like, George,
That was awful.
hold down the door for me. And I'm going to go
Okay.
to the go to the window and take another shot. At the
The one that.
at the I'm gonna take one at the door. I'm assuming I can see the one at the door from the window, right?
Yes.
Okay. So it'd be close range and all that. All right. Boom.
Right.
3 damage.
You attempt to dodge.
If it hits.
Die, you son of a bitch.
Smile, you son of a.
Oh, so it only did 3 damage. So in that case, it doesn't matter, because as I mentioned just a few moments ago, these younglings actually have 3 points of armor.
Oh.
Yeah.
So even if that hit, it would not do any damage.
So I'd probably just grazed its shoulder or something.
Mm-hmm. Or you
Damn it,
just
I
hit
missed.
a hard spot of its hide. It's natural armor.
Yeah. So this is where I'm gonna kind of recollect, be like, damn, and I'm gonna have to do better next time. So can you explain called shots?
All right. So if you want to try to hit a specific region of a enemy, you can do that, but you have to roll a penalty die. So let's say we did this exact same situation again. We used your same roll, but you said that you wanted to try to do a called shot and you wanted to hit the weak points, which you are obviously. So you do your roll, and then below where it says bonus/penalty, bonus/penalty, and
Okay.
then that was a 6, so that would have been a 63. So you would have failed.
Mm-hmm. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, that's my turn.
All right, Martine. Got going.
Not a lot. Easy math. There we go. Let me see.
My character's gonna say, "Remember, try and aim for the eyeballs."
This one's still like right in front of the door, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm gonna give the door a really, really hard kick and see if I can knock it down. The
Okay.
monster, not the door.
Yeah. I think that is actually a special combat move.
Ooh.
These character sheets. If not, then not on here, but we'll just roll with it. So just roll brawl.
Okay. Can I roll strength?
It's the same thing, isn't it?
My brawl score is lower.
Oh.
He is technically kicking the door.
Yeah. All right. All right.
Come on.
Your foot hurts.
True.
What the hell are you doing?
Trying to help. I just expend all my luck and make it work. I'm not going to.
All right, George, what are you doing?
Can I like in character talk to George and give him a suggestion, or is that a bad idea?
Do that?
Not combat, so
Okay.
yeah, you can theoretically do that.
George, I have an idea.
What?
Douse this one across the door with as much gasoline as you can and throw your
Throw another lantern at it?
throw a lantern at it. I'm gonna give him mine.
This
Or I guess that would be, unless you already picked up another lantern.
No, the other lantern's in the shed. The
Okay.
other shed. I haven't grabbed it yet.
That's a lot of movement, so I don't know if that's like plausible.
Oh, you
But-
can do that.
Yeah, I mean, I still have that other gas tank in my hand.
Yeah.
So,
Let's.
I have no idea how that'll work.
Yeah.
But okay. Because that thing still has to physically let me pour gasoline all over it.
Yeah, so it's in close enough range that if you open the door and throw the gasoline on it, it's going to have a chance to fight back. But sounds pretty. So you can try it.
Well, my
Does sound
strength
neat.
stats are literally shite, so.
You could do that, or you could stab it. It's just one of those. But I
My
like. I
knife-
think.
Nah, my knife does 1d3. It will. I cannot hurt it no matter how hard I would try.
Ah.
I mean, you go for squishy bits.
Even. It...
Yeah, the squishy bits. The
What
the
is
armor
your-
is.
Hold on, real quick.
Going for
What?
weak points will bypass the armor, but
Yeah.
you will have penalty.
Yeah, I don't. My. When I. Again, when my. I kept saying my character's a lover, not a fighter. It's not just for role playing. His combat skills suck ass, so.
That's
I'm
fine.
going to probably do the
It's okay. Mine aren't great
gasoline
either.
trick because if it works, it's gonna fucking work.
We don't know though that it's gonna like actually kill it, but it might
Scare it
run
off.
it off or something. But
Oh
it
my
also could like there is the possibility that the thing will run into the building and then the whole building catches on fire. So
That's not how gasoline works, but all right. That means I would have to throw it on, throw the lantern on, and close the door, all really quickly.
You probably won't be able to close the door, but
the door is open or is it fully
Door's
closed?
closed.
Right now.
Okay.
But yeah, my
Yes.
knife can only do 1d3, so let's do the gasoline trick. But yeah, he is close enough that he would try to do something to me. So, Ben, what do I need to roll?
let me see. All right, since you don't need to throw this very far, I'm not gonna have you roll strength. You can roll dexterity to see if you can pull this off and just douse him with gasoline to begin with.
It's the same stat.
But strength and dexterity should not. They're
No,
not
they
the same in
match.
general. They can be the same score, but
That's what I mean. They're the
Yeah.
same score. We're all gonna fucking die.
Well, with that
Alright.
attitude, yeah.
Just remember, you always have luck.
No.
I mean, Caleb, this isn't gonna last too much longer. What are you saving your luck for?
I don't know. Let me see if it would even work. Yeah, it would work.
You have 40
but
luck points, so you.
YOLO.
Well, let's hope that
what
you
about-
don't need luck anytime soon. You probably won't. Right now. I would advise
Oh,
that
why not?
George does not go to Vegas.
Rip.
I wasn't playing too. So I throw the gasoline on,
Yeah,
And
since you spent so many luck points, I'm gonna let that dexterity roll be for both the gasoline and the lantern. So it's still going to get a chance to attack you, but it has now been It has been doused in gasoline. You've thrown the lantern, and it has caught on fire, and it lets out a horrible shriek that I won't even attempt to do. That's pretty
oh
good.
man, just do the ring wraiths, dude.
I think my
from
ears just caved
when
in.
Aragorn set him on fire on Weathertop. That's actually probably perfect.
All right. So the youngling is not for this world, but not long for this world, but it does have a chance to bite you.
Ooh.
Ow.
It succeeds, so you're gonna have to roll to dodge.
Add some fire damage to that now.
Jim, shut up. I don't even know what. Oh, there it is.
Need a regular success for dodge roll.
Oh man.
Well, you couldn't even have used your luck to fix that because 40 luck would
Yeah.
not have been enough.
Just tell me if I'm dead or not. Oh wait, no, I can read. I am not.
Did 4 damage.
Yeah, it's right there.
Oh no, I was looking at something else on the character sheet. Yeah, if I had done this combat correctly from the beginning, guys would all be dead. I'm just realizing things that I've missed.
Well, the good thing that we'll probably try this again.
This sounds very unbalanced.
It's combat is supposed to be a very small part of this game. Like most of it is supposed to be about investigating and talking to people. It's a conversation-driven
the role
game.
It plays more
Right.
emphasis on roleplay.
Yeah, so combat is supposed to be very heavily weighted against the players because you're
Because
fighting
it's a
monsters.
You're fighting otherworldly creatures.
Exactly. All right, so you take 4 damage, and the youngling tries to latch on, to bite on, but it expires before it gets the chance to set its jaw in your thigh. So you have a big old gouge in your leg, but youngling will dead at your feet.
Oh man. Well, at least ladies like scars.
This one. Rest in peace, young. All they wanted to do,
Rip.
Play fetch.
Rip the younglings.
With our body parts.
It's possible.
Alright, I was gonna say, gents, the rest is on you because I feel like I have nothing left in me.
Alright, well, this remaining youngling is going to make a dash towards the open door where you are still standing, George, and going to attempt to bite you.
Here we go again. Ah, shit. Here we go again. I wish I learned how to read.
Damn.
Oh, at least it doesn't hurt.
Does 2 damage. You normally would get the chance to dodge, but you can dodge once per combat round.
Is there any drawback to fighting back?
So you can't. The
Or is
drawback
that
with
just like
fighting back would be that it is harder to succeed with fighting back. So if you were going to try to dodge, you would just have to do a normal success. But if you were going to fight back, you would need a hard success. But you can only attempt to fight back or dodge as many times as you can attack per round. So you already used your 1 dodge.
That's what I thought. All right.
Your one reaction. You get one reaction for every attack that you can take. Some classes can take, some characters can take more than one attack per turn, so they get more reactions as well.
Nice.
Those are mostly monsters, though, I think. All right, so the youngling does take another chunk out of your other leg. This one is not as deep a bite as the one.
I'm totally gonna do an Ace Ventura.
Um,
I'm sorry. You're making this too easy for the memes.
It's fine. Alright, this youngling, which is still alive, is latched onto your leg. It has not released its bite.
Okay, it's like an orange Wamagong.
Alright, now it is Alistair's turn.
So is this thing inside the shack now?
It's
Yeah,
it's at the
he's
doorway,
currently
yeah.
Finding my leg.
All right.
So I guess if
So
I'm just
with
gonna
three,
say like, shoot it.
yeah, pretty much that's my reaction to all of that. But I'm going to kind of like put my hand over the primer of the gun, kind of like my left hand. So I'm assuming I shoot right-handed, and gonna shoot 3 times really fast.
You realize it's latched on. It can't dodge. So
He
Yeah.
can still miss, though.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing 3 shots.
at close range, but all right.
Alright, so go ahead and roll, and then every time that you roll, hit the bonus / penalty under it.
Wait,
So you're
where
gonna
do
need-
I find the?
So roll, go to your gun, and click on your gun. Right.
Okay.
Alright, and now bonus / penalty on the bottom right is attached to your roll.
Oh,
Alright, and now do that 2 more times.
okay.
88, 28. Once more, 80. One of those is gonna hit.
Alright, yep, so you do hit with the
6 damage.
second roll, and you do 6 damage, and that is enough to kill. Actually, ooh, has 3 armor.
Yeah, 3 armor.
3 armor.
So 3 damage.
So it does 3 damage, yes. So you significantly wound the youngling, but it's still alive and it is still latched on to. I almost said Mitalara, but no, his name is George. Still latched onto George's leg. Three of you, on any of your terms, could also attempt to pry it off of his leg.
Okay.
Or you could just try to kill it.
So I have just for a mental note, I have 2 bullets left.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, I have 1. I have 1.
You do have
Or
more
you-
in your pocket.
Because I killed the first one, and then I missed on the second one, and then I shot 3 times. So I have 1
Okay,
bullet.
so you have 1, yeah. Martin still has 4, I believe.
3,
I think I have 3.
Okay.
because you shot twice.
Yep. And I started the round with I started this fight with 5.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Well, it is your turn, Martin.
Alrighty. It is Martin's turn. Yeah, I'd like to try and get that thing off of George's leg.
Alright, so you can roll strength.
Hard success.
Okay, so you succeed. It's this whole ordeal has been very otherworldly, but just placing your hands on this creature and prying its jaws from George's leg is even more unnerving than everything else. Touching it yourself, but you do succeed, and the youngling, its jaws are still set open, and it's just you didn't knock it over, but it is knocked off balance. All right, George, it's your turn.
I'm just gonna try and stab it.
All right. You can always make the option not to attack. Well, you can.
I mean, there's nothing else for me to do. It's
Okay.
in the building.
All right, then
I
go ahead
guess,
and
like-
roll.
I mean, I lose nothing from doing.
Well, no, you open yourself up to a counterattack,
Oh,
which
That's
he
not
is,
nothing.
which he is going to do.
which this knife did nothing. Nah, it bounced off his hide.
He still gets the chance to fight back.
I forgot. This knife won't do shit against it.
Oh, it failed. So
I mean, could have gone for the belly.
there's a draw.
It was a 1d3.
Yeah, but
Rolled a
go
one.
for the top spot to ignore the armor. You seem to keep forgetting this.
Yeah.
But then I gotta do bonus penalty.
Yeah, but then you'd have an actual chance of hurting it.
But then he'd have a better chance at hurting me.
No,
No.
no, he wouldn't.
Oh. Well, that would've
That's
gotten a
just not
71
true.
Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been a 71 anyway. Still would have missed.
True,
Alright.
but you would have had the chance.
Okay, I get it.
All right. How many hit points do you have, George?
Then,
Shouldn't have 10 remaining.
I mean... Oh, 10. I have 10 remaining.
Have 10 remaining? How many did you start with?
14.
Jeez, wow, you started with a lot of health.
How do you have more HP than I have?
Hang on, let me do a quick double take. Let's see.
Yeah, I start with 12 hit points.
I only have 11. What the heck is
Yeah,
this?
I don't know why George is so buff, so robust.
Well, according to my character sheet, it's supposed to
He is
hint
chunky.
that I'm basically a model with a brain, but no one takes me seriously because I'm a model.
So I think you actually took 6 damage. You should 8.
I know, I'm trying to look just to confirm. But I'm just gonna take your word for it.
All right, so the youngling is just going to go for the easiest target here, which is again George.
Wait, really? The other guys went? Oh
Hmm?
wait, I'm last.
Yeah, and the creature hasn't done anything yet.
Alright.
All right,
All right, all right, all right.
and he fails. Alistair, it's your turn again.
Right.
It's
one less
that
bullet.
time.
So I'm gonna try this called shot. Kind of mustering all of trying to calm myself down with all of my training. And I'm just gonna this one last bullet,
Remember your training.
and I'm gonna aim right for that head. Taking some slow breaths. All right. So what all do I need to do again?
All right, so it's basically the same thing that you just did with your free burst shot, except now you only shoot once.
Boom. Fuck. Shoot. Okay.
Does it have to succeed in order to do bonus penalty?
I mean, it can only get worse, and if with a penalty
Oh.
die, it can only get worse. So there's not really a point to rolling the penalty die.
Alright. So
And is luck not? Can I not use luck?
You could if you have
need
enough.
You need
I'm
at
gonna
least
use-
30.
I have 55 left.
You need okay.
Well, then
That's plenty.
we'll go ahead and roll the penalty. Worse, it's not worse. So you have to get from 81 to 50.
All right. I'm gonna use 31 then. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
It's fine.
I keep thinking edit mode is not on. So it's 24. Yeah, I'm gonna use my luck.
All right. Well, with just a little bit of luck, your round manages to hit your target, and this youngling's head, it just blows a hole straight through it. and it just drops lifelessly to the ground. Gurgling noise coming from it for a couple of seconds. But it's most definitely dead.
Good riddance, you bastard. George, are you okay?
No.
I look
bleeding from
around.
both my legs.
I look around and find the wet towels, and I just training wise, I'm gonna run over there, grab them, and apply pressure to his wounds. Because that's all I have.
Better than nothing.
All right. Well, you've pretty sure that you're going to be able to stop the bleeding. The bite is quite wide, and it is a little bit deep, but it's not as bad as it could have been. Alistair and Martin, you made it pretty much scot-free, didn't you?
Yeah,
I think
no
you
damage.
just
Yeah.
have a needle in your
I just
arm.
didn't really do much.
Yeah.
It's like he got stabbed. It's like, oh, a needle. Okay, throw it away. Because he used his luck to bypass the poison.
Yeah, you lucked out on that one. The needle
Yeah.
is pretty bad. Let's just see exactly what it does.
I'd like to see what it does at least.
I did literally luck out.
All right.
Ba-dum.
The needle themselves deals no damage, but the fast-acting poison causes blurred and double vision for 1d6 plus 1 combat rounds, which provides a penalty die to all the victim's rolls during this time.
Oh,
So basically,
So it doesn't do damage, it just makes everything you do terrible.
yeah, you basically get disadvantage for up to 7 turns in a row.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it is quiet, other than the sound of the storm and the rain. The three of you have killed now 4 of these creatures, and you gained sanity by proving that these can be killed, but you have no idea what they are. As Alistair was alluding to earlier, you don't even really know why they're here or what they want, or whether it was connected to the gold coins. But you don't know where Alistair's friend is. You don't know where the third he is. There are a lot of unknowns still left up here in the air. And there's still a lot of unknowns when few men from the Coast Guard come with lanterns, and one has a flashlight, actually, walking around the island and locate you. And the head officer with the flashlight calls over and says, "Over there! What's going on here?"
I'm just gonna pick up this carcass and just, throw it towards him a bit, like, this, officer.
Wow,
this man needs. Sorry, go ahead.
we heard there was something strange going on around here, but I don't know what the hell this is. Prods at the corpse with his foot.
Some fish man to me. Listen, we have 2 missing people on this island as well. We can't find them, but George here is gravely injured. He needs medical attention ASAP.
Please.
Well, we
Be
can do
wary.
that. Go ahead.
Be wary. There's more. There could be more of these things. We've seen a whole bunch of them. There's also a dead body at the top of the lighthouse. The lighthouse also needs a lens to be more effective.
We'll get all that sorted out. Don't worry about that. We did already find. We have already found 2 unfortunate souls. The one you mentioned up in the lighthouse, and there's one in a thicket about a quarter mile from here.
I was like, I
Grim. These creatures ripped his guts out.
Jesus. Did he have any identification on him? May I see this body?
I can't let you see the body, but he did have some ID. Do you mind, speaking of which, do you mind if I see the 3 of y'all's ID?
I will brandish my badge And so, listen, I'm FBI.
Okay. Martin and George, do you have IDs?
I guess I'll just have my student
Uh,
ID. Like, I'm a marine biologist.
I don't know. Do I have ID?
You have a license,
I
probably.
hope you have some sort of ID. I mean, like, maybe you don't.
I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to be straight. I'm going
Yeah,
to
so
assume
you
I have a
probably,
license
but
on me.
yeah, but I was like, if you're trying to go legit, you probably have a driver's license, especially if you're going to be working like in New York or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if you're with the Bureau, I guess you should know. Yeah, that second body we found out in the thicket, he had an ID on him saying his name was Turner. But we also found some contrary evidence, and his real name could possibly be Warren Thomas.
Yes, he is. I will take care of the rest. Thank you.
Well, we already radioed in, and we've already got some folks from the Bureau coming over. They told us just to keep y'all here. We'll get this island secure. If you just wait up here, we'll get you on a ship, head back to the shore, and with the Bureau representatives, and it'll all get sorted out. Don't you worry. I want to go and get our medical officer over here to patch up your friend.
All right. At this time, I'm reloading my gun because I am afraid more of these things are gonna come out. And I'll be like, "Good work,
Oh, thank you, sir.
and thank you." And then I'm going to I'm gonna kind of look at George and um,
Or
Martin, yeah, and just be like, "Fellas, I'm gonna be on guard until we get off this damn place."
yeah, about to say, we'll celebrate when we're on dry land.
Indeed.
All right, well, thank you, sir. I'll be back in just a moment with our medical officer. Semper Paratus.
Yeah, yeah,
It's the
pussy
coast.
guard. No.
It's the Coast
Oh, I
Guard's
know.
motto.
I know. My dad's in the Coast Guard.
Really? I did not know that. What? I thought he worked with Corn.
Yeah, he does, but he's in the Coast Guard Auxiliary.
Okay, my grandfather was a captain in the Coast Guard.
He's an ensign. My dad is.
Always ready. All right. So some time passes, and the Coast Guard official comes back with the medical officer, and they just do some basic first aid on George. They don't really say much. You can see lights out in the distance of the islands. There's a ship out, a Coast Guard ship that's circling the island with some spot lamps. You hear the crackle of gunfire a few times, but nothing major, nothing consistent. And after perhaps an hour of this going on, and three of you sitting in the cold, the same Coast Guard official comes back and says, "All right, gents. Well, we've got that ship ready for you. If you have any effects, it's time to grab them. There's going to be a representative from the Bureau out on this ship. I think he's one of them higher up, so he'll take care of everything. Thanks for attempting to fix the lighthouse. It definitely made it easier out there trying to save all those lost souls from the USS Essex County. I don't know who named that goddamn ship."
Amen to that.
Yeah, doesn't exactly roll off the tongue.
No, it don't. All right. So then he waves you on to a fresh and shiny Coast Guard ship.
Well, we're either gonna get debriefed or they're gonna silence us.
They wouldn't do that, hopefully.
Of course they would.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've been hanging out with there's a few pretty crazy people hanging out in the public square at my college, and well, sometimes you have literally nowhere else to sit.
B.
All right, so
This-
Whatever happens, it's been nice knowing you guys.
Yeah.
once you're on the deck of Coast Guard ship. Walk onto it from the pier. A man wearing a basic black suit, white shirt, black tie, affair. Your typical government man reaches you and says, "Oh, good evening, gentlemen. My name's Mr. Black. I've heard you've had some kind of evening."
Would I recognize this bureau agent or no?
You do not.
Okay.
Would I recognize him?
You do. He's your best friend from high school.
Hey, let's go.
No.
Dang it.
No.
Okay.
He does
I was
seem
just-
to recognize you, though, Alistair, and he says, "Mr. Ramses, I'm going to take you aside first, and we'll have our little debriefing separate." So I don't know why I slipped back into that southern accent. Mr. Ramses,
Sir.
I'm going to take you aside first, and we'll have our debriefing separate from the other two witnesses. So if you'll come along with me.
Yes, sir.
All right, and then the next time we see the three of you, it is on land. Alistair had his briefing. Martin and George, you did not see him for the rest of the voyage. You were under guard in a comfortable room, comfortable enough accommodations for the rest of your short voyage back to land. And shortly after landfall, you were harried into a black taxi without windows. And the two of you were brought, and Alistair was also brought in a separate car to a bureau base. And after some time waiting, the two of you and Alistair are united in just a plain white room. And Mr. Black is there also. He walks in with Alistair and he says, "Go ahead and take a seat with your friends, Mr. Ramsey."
Sure thing.
All right, so Mr. Conway and Mr. George. I never got your last name, Mr. George. Do you have one?
Don't you dare, Caleb.
I was. Oh, it's nothing really. I'm not allowed to say it. Bit of an inside joke between these two. But I'll write it down though for official records.
All right, thank you. We appreciate cooperation. The whole bureau appreciates cooperation of the two of you, and of course, Mr. Ramsey, who is one of our own. So I just want to corroborate a few details. Mr. Ramsey has told me a very interesting series of events. So all three of you saw these creatures.
Oh, yes. In a very unpleasant detail.
Mm-hmm. Did either of you two have any relation with any of the lighthouse wikis?
No, sir.
Mr. Mr.
Black.
Fuck. No, I'm trying to remember the name of my friend.
Wow, I can't remember his name either.
Is it not
I
your
know.
backstory?
I'm looking.
Cassidy.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
You knew one
Yes,
of the
Mr. Black.
witches.
Yeah, Mr. Black. George Cassidy was a good friend of mine.
Hmm. Yes, we think he was involved in some shadier business. It seems as though there was another shipwreck much like the one tonight a few months ago, back in February. And we think that ship was containing some of these gold coins that Mr. Ramsey told me you uncovered. So right now our best guess is that these creatures were somehow related to that affair, and they were attempting to recover these gold coins. A few of our men, other than Mr. Ramsey's, have dealt with these creatures. None of them have survived, and none of them have been particularly cooperative. But we will figure it out. It's the American way. And all right,
Right.
just one final formality. I would like the three of you to pose for a photograph. This won't be shared with anyone. It will not be disclosed. It's just secret record. Just in case, you know how things are.
Get
Yeah,
ready to
of
be
course.
pro, boys. Oh, I'm just kidding.
In the back of my mind, I'm like,
Uh,
it's either going to be the last thing I see, or it's going to be one interesting reason to start drinking again.
It's not a
Either way, I'd be
neuralizer,
like,
is it?
like,
All right, so
50-50.
Mr. Black grabs a camera that was this mounted tripod, and he positions it in front of the three of you. And he says, "The United States appreciates your service. Thank you, gentlemen." Click. And the three of you each wake up the next morning in your own home beds, and you remember nothing about the journey of the Essex.
Great.
Martin, you don't remember anything about your friend, Mr. Cassidy. Mr. Ramses, you don't remember anything about your fellow bureau agent. Don't remember, because I don't remember. We said it one time.
Turner.
True.
Turner was his false name.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
And
Is that my backstory? Thomas.
yes, your fellow agent Thomas. And George, you really don't remember much of anything over the past few days. It's sort of hazy. You have a strong urge to stay away from Beacon Island, though. You had some research that was related to Beacon Island surrounding area, but you really don't feel too interested in pursuing that at the moment.
maybe I'll go study sea turtles.
All right. Well, that's pretty much all she wrote. If you guys have any questions, you did miss some stuff. If there's anything that you're curious about, I can answer it now that the game's over.
What did we miss? Like, what were some of the major things that we missed?
So you
Well,
missed.
clearly we missed a body in that bush.
You did.
yeah, but- Well, in our defense, though, we were gonna go there after we got the place up and running,
Mhm.
True.
but then we got ambushed.
Yeah, shit went down.
Yeah, so I mean, you got most of it. You got probably 90% of the stuff. You did miss the whole thicket area. The paintings were really supposed to lead you into the direction of the thicket, and the footprints also would have led there. The footprints, if you had inspected them, they would have been human footprints, and then inside of the human footprints were the monster footprints. But they got sort of washed away by the rain, and you didn't inspect them too closely. So that clue there would be that the creatures were following the human footprints, and the bureau agent's body was in the thicket. He had been killed by the creatures, and he had some information on him about how he's concerned about just basically more of what you read from his belongings in the cottage. How he was there to investigate Cassidy, and he was starting to figure out. So there was just a few more clues to put together mystery.
Okay.
Ooh.
Was there alternative endings, or is that just how?
Oh,
it
the
was?
alternative endings that you die.
We died. Yeah.
We all died.
Oh yeah, so you guys got sort of saved by the Coast Guard. If you hadn't repaired the radio, if you hadn't repaired the lighthouse, then the Coast Guard would not have come. You could have possibly survived just by killing all the young on the island and just waiting it out until the next day when the Coast Guard came just to repair the lighthouse or to check out the lighthouse. Let me see. Seeing if there's. Yeah, there would have been some some more details about the ship that crashed, the initial ship. That was a ship that belonged to an order called the Innsmouth Esoteric Order of Dagon. And the younglings were just henchmen, essentially. They're like bottom tier scrubs who were being commanded there by a greater presence, by the Esoteric Order of Dagon. So the ship crashed. All of these gold coins splashed onto the shore. They spent months trying to recover them. George Cassidy found them and was trying to sell them, and by doing so and sending out all those letters, he
incurred their wrath.
Yes, he's really put up some red flags. He was bringing too much attention to everything, so that's why he had to die. And I think that's basically it.
I feel.
Well, that was some really good
Dang.
roleplay from the three of you guys. You did a great job, Jim, and also Bradley and Caleb. Really nice.
Yay.
I like this system. I definitely want to do. I've talked about the next campaign doing it. I definitely want to continue to do that. It'll be a lot longer than this. This, by the way, is only supposed to be a 1 hour scenario.
Oh wow!
It's supposed to take 1 hour. Obviously, it took us a lot longer than that. I think it took us about 5 or 6 hours.
Are we just really slow or something?
Probably.
Dang. Heck.
I mean, I'm pretty slow too. I mean, we had to figure out a lot of stuff, and we spent 45 minutes just like looking at the rules to begin with.
Oh,
Yeah. But yeah, just like I said, GG everybody. This was fun. I really enjoyed doing this. It was first for me to run a module where everything was written. I still influenced some stuff. I wasn't just reading from a thing the whole time. There's some improv in there. So I was still steering the ship.
Still in command.
Always in command.